It's a sad day for me because this is my favorite player to watch.
He has 2 games better than 50 points this year. Jokic. Come away for the first half to end here in Miami. All of Mile High Denver right now holding their breath.
There's never really been a way to stop Nikola Jokić. Not with double teams. Not with elite defenders. Not with perfectly drawn-up schemes. The man is a walking cheat code, a player who rewrote how basketball is supposed to be played. Calm. Methodical. Unbothered. But now, the nightmare every fan secretly dreads has finally arrived. Jokic is injured. And just like that, the NBA lost its heartbeat. The vibe around the league feels off. Darker. Heavier. Uncomfortable. Because when Jokic goes down, it's not just Denver that feels it. The entire game feels it.
Joker is in there, we playing chess. When he's not in there, we playing checkers.
This isn't just another injury update scrolling across the screen. This is heartbreak. For basketball fans everywhere. We're not playing basketball, we're playing chess. That quote used to feel cold, confident, dominant. Now, it hurts. Because without Jokic on the board, the chess game collapses into chaos.
Fans watching him all the time, we get to see him. He's not the kind of guy to show that emotion unless something really bad happens.
Here's the truth nobody wants to say out loud. Nikola Jokic isn't just the Nuggets franchise player. He is the system.
No Joker being out, this changes the geometry, I think, of the whole league.
Every pass flows through him. Every cut is timed to his vision. Every ounce of confidence on that roster runs through Jokic like electricity. Without him, Denver's rhythm doesn't slow down, it falls apart. Role players hesitate. Shots feel heavier. Decisions get rushed. This injury doesn't just shake the Nuggets. It sends shockwaves across the entire NBA. What happens to Jokic's legacy if this lingers? Can Denver survive even a month without their anchor? Fans are panicking. Analysts are scrambling. Rival teams are already circling like sharks. So let's rewind. Because when it happened, it looked harmless. A routine defensive switch. A teammate backpedaling. Then, boom. One split second changed everything. The crowd went silent. You could feel the air leave the arena.
You treated the guy that stepped on his foot.
The first thing I thought of when I heard this morning of the news that it was just a hyperextension injury was, thank God Spencer is not going to get blamed for anything that's really bad that happened to Nikola.
The replay wasn't the worst part. It was Jokic's face. No exaggeration. No theatrics. Just that cold, honest expression that told everyone the same thing. This isn't good. Medical staff rushed in. A sports medicine expert, someone who's seen this injury before, was called courtside. And what he said next had fans holding their breath. Because everyone knows one thing. Nikola Jokic does not fake pain. When he limped off the court and never returned, panic took over. Hope turned into silence. Silence turned into fear. This wasn't precaution. This was panic mode. And the worry didn't stop with Denver fans. It spread across the entire league. That's how massive Jokic's impact really is.
The best way to think about it is we all know the direction a knee is supposed to bend, and we all know the direction a knee is not supposed to go, the backwards way, right? Like a flamingo. And it's sort of the kind of, Spencer was backpedaling, covering Jaime Jaquez, stomped on his shin, ankle region, and really pushed that knee backwards. Nikola was also stepping forward to help cover and for some help defense there. And that kind of puts the knee in a position it's not supposed to be in. The thing that we can sort of fall back on now is that nothing was torn, there was no structural damage, and all the structures that are supposed to protect your knee did what they were supposed to do.
When Jokic goes down, the basketball world stops breathing. And let's be real, this didn't just pause a game. It crashed a stretch of pure dominance. Just days earlier, Jokic dropped a stat line that sounded unreal. 56 points. 16 rebounds. 15 assists. Who does that? He wasn't just hot. He was on a historic heater. That's why this injury hit like a gut punch. The timing couldn't have been worse. So now the question becomes unavoidable. What happens next?
Can a hyperextension lead to an ACL tear or meniscus tear or something?
Yeah, it kind of all depends on how far it goes, really.
If you think this injury doesn't change the standings, the playoff race, and the MVP conversation, think again. This changes everything. An NBA legend said it best. The moment Jokic went down, the energy across the league shifted overnight. Teams that once feared Denver felt braver. Coaches saw openings they hadn't seen in years. For the first time in ages, the Western Conference could breathe. But this was never just about Jokic scoring 40. It was about what he makes everyone else do. He elevates role players. He confuses defenses. He turns chaos into calm. Then came the silence. Timelines stopped refreshing. The arena buzz faded. Only what-if thoughts remained. Finally, the update came. No torn ligaments. No surgery. No career-threatening nightmare. A massive relief. But avoiding the worst doesn't mean everything's fine. Injuries always leave a mark.
I think it's more freedom for them guys now.
Yeah, they be all right.
Now we ain't got to worry. Now we got to shoot.
But that's
like
the problem.
You got it. No, it's
freedom
not.
is a problem because these guys are going to be out of their body.
No, it's not.
They're going to be playing too much freedom. Think about Tim Hardaway Jr. with too much freedom.
That's the quiet tension gripping the NBA right now. Sure, Jokic dodged the bullet, but knees don't forget. The line between recovery and rangery gets thinner every time. And while he's sidelined, Denver loses more than points. They lose their identity. The offense stops flowing. The ball sticks. Players force shots they'd never take with Jokic on the floor. Now the big question. What happens to Jokic's MVP chase? Before the injury, he was the clear front-runner. Triple-doubles felt routine. Game-winning passes felt effortless. Now, Luka, Giannis, Tatum. The race flips fast. But Jokic's case isn't built on hype. It's built on domination. When he plays, Denver looks unstoppable. When he doesn't, they look lost. That's value. That's greatness.
Now it's kind of now, Jamal, how do you make the game easier for everyone else, but still play the game that you've been playing? Because he's been playing great basketball.
Yeah. With Jokic on the floor, the game feels easy. Without him, every possession is a fight. Every pass feels risky. Every shot feels heavy. Even Vince Carter said it plainly: Denver struggles to keep balance without their MVP. This isn't strategy anymore. This is survival. So the question becomes deeper. Who are the Nuggets without Nikola Jokic?
Carmelo Anthony framed it perfectly.
Yeah, for me, this is not a can Denver survive. It's really about what does this moment kind of reveal for the other guys. What does it reveal about Denver's identity?
Every real contender gets tested. Sometimes in June. Sometimes when you least expect it. Denver's test is right now. This isn't about talent. It's about discipline, chemistry, and heart. Without Jokic, the Nuggets must prove they've learned from his leadership. This stretch isn't about surviving. It's about proving something real.
That was an opportunity. This is why you signed the Tim Hardaways and others. You know, the other guys that's on that team. This is the reason you signed them, guys.
Before the injury, Jokic wasn't just having a great season. He was crafting one fans would remember for decades. Not flashy. Not loud. Just control. Rhythm. Surgical dominance. This injury doesn't erase greatness. It pauses it. Jokic doesn't chase headlines. He doesn't beg for MVPs. He just hoops. And the only thing that's ever slowed him down isn't defenders or schemes. It's time itself. He'll be back. He'll still be great. But this moment matters. Because legacies aren't always defined by failure. Sometimes they're defined by the pauses. And when Jokic returns, that silence? It's going to roar.